So I had good conversations with the governor of Nebraska and the governor of Iowa here, and it's interesting that functionally, even though they have not given a strict stay-at-home, what they are doing is really functionally equivalent to that. And we had a really good conversation with both of the governors. And when I had mentioned that, I think there was a public response that they weren't really doing anything at all, and they really are doing a very good job, both of them. Those are the only two that I spoke to, but it was a really good conversation. And I want to make sure people understand that just because they don't have a very strict stay-at-home order, they have in place a lot of things that are totally compatible with what everyone else is doing.
If I can ask a question, Dr. Fauci, before you...
Go ahead.
About getting back to normal, you said you wanted to get back to normal as soon as possible. Will we truly get back to normal in this country before there's an actual vaccine that's available to everybody? How do you start lifting the restrictions safely?
Yeah, well, John, if back to normal means acting like there never was a coronavirus problem, I don't think that's going to happen until we do have a situation where you can completely protect the population. But when we say getting back to normal, we mean something very different from what we're going through right now. Because right now we are in a very intense mitigation. When we get back to normal, we will go back gradually to the point where we can function as a society. But you're absolutely right. I mean, if you want to get to pre-coronavirus, that might not ever happen in the sense of the fact that the threat is there. But I believe with the therapies that will be coming online and with the fact that I feel confident that over a period of time we will get a good vaccine, that we will never have to get back to where we are right back now. So if that means getting back to normal, then we'll get back to normal.
I think that with the therapies, and I think that with the vaccines, which I have total confidence are coming, and I'm dealing with the companies. I'm talking to Johnson & Johnson. I'm talking to all of them. I think that when you add the tremendous stimulus that we're giving, like, for instance, deductibility for restaurant expenses for restaurants and entertainment, the money that we're talking about for small businesses and employees to keep everybody working, and other things that we're frankly working on right now, which are going to be great for our people. I think when you add that to it, I think we can get more than back to normal from an economic standpoint, actually be better, but more than back to normal. But I would agree that we'd love to see a vaccine, but immediately would love to see a therapeutic. And I think we're getting very close.
Do you think you'll be able to lift restrictions on April 30th right now?
I don't want to comment on that, but I can tell you that we certainly want to try. We certainly want to see what's going on. We're doing very well. Look, you look at those. You look at most places where that you can call it the bump, you can call it the hill, you can call it the mountain, you can call it whatever you want to do it. It's very flat. You take a look, and that was done through mitigation. That was done through a lot of good work, and that far exceeded our expectations before. I mean, people can't even believe how low some of those bumps are, some of those hills are. They're very surprised. Now, you have a couple of tough ones. New Jersey's been very tough, and New York has been very tough. They're crowded in. It's tight. It's tougher. But far exceeding. California far exceeds. Washington State far exceeds. You look at so many of these states, how well they're doing. The 8 states, by the way, and I haven't spoken to the governors, but Tony's so right. They may not have it from the standpoint that they're saying it, but those people are practicing it, and they're doing a fantastic job. Take a look at where they are in terms of the levels, but take a look where they are. So, but if I thought it was something that, and I've looked at him, and I've looked at him very carefully, looked at him today, looked at him yesterday. From a constitutional standpoint, I'd love not to get involved with that. And not from a legal standpoint, just from a moral, constitutional standpoint. Because legally, I can. But morally, I believe in our Constitution, much more so than most people. And I'd love to be able to let the governors do what they have to do. Those states are doing a fantastic job, all 8 of them. They're doing a fantastic job. So we'll see what happens. As for your question, you fully understand what I'm saying, so thank you.